but I train all the time. I do, yeah.
Wait, you hate to train?
Never liked it from the first day.
This is fascinating.
Oh, yeah, I literally don't understand it.
What? Like you just make yourself do it?
I do. I walk into the gym, I feel fantastic. I leave the gym, I'm tired. I've never felt better after training. People are like, oh, you get those endorphins? I've never felt that. I don't have any...
Really? I don't know why I'm finding this like so interesting, because there's a lot of people out there that can relate to this. So let's talk about this. Like, what makes you walk in the door every day and do it then?
Because I feel amazing all the time outside of the gym. All my friends, they're all tired. They don't have energy. I've never really tried not training for a long time. It just feels amazing to be strong and, you know, to be hitting PRs and things. So it's purely intellectual for me. I really don't get anything physical out of it. My wife feels great, loves it, would train even if it made her weaker and unhealthy. But that's not me.
That is so fascinating. That's really inspiring to other people. Like, I think, and that's where I am with like my clients, and I have 3 kids who are all adult kids now, but I always like to talk about just like the long-term benefits. You know, I think like anytime you accentuate or focus too much on those short-term things like the appearance or fitting into a certain size, I feel like it's torture for people. Like when you really kind of focus on the long-term benefits, the quality of life, to me.
And if you look at your friends that aren't training, you can see what happens. So it's not a big secret.
Starts happening. Yeah, you get to. I used to say it's about 40, but I think the age is getting lower and lower now. You know, where people, you can tell if someone has good habits or if they're eating in a way that feeds and benefits their body. Or, I mean, listen, I love food too, but if we only eat for flavor or enjoyment, we can sometimes go the other way. But yeah, this like great divide starts happening the older you get, right?
For sure. And you know, sleep. My sleep is perfect. I have no sleep problems. Almost all my friends have sleep problems. And I did notice if my training goes down a little bit, you don't sleep as well. So there's definitely some ancillary benefits that people don't think about a lot of times. But yeah, I wouldn't stop. I have no interest in stopping, even though every day I do have to kind of convince myself, nope, I got to train today.
That is funny. So how long does your workout tend to be?
Probably an hour and 15, hour and 25. Yeah.
Okay, and what does that look like? If I was going to come train with you, what would we be doing?
I train twice, 2 days resistance training, 1 day cardio, 2 days resistance, 1 day cardio. I do a lot of Tabata intervals on like a salt bike.
Okay, so those who don't know Tabata, can you explain that, the timing?
So Tabata is like it's a 20-second all-out sprint with 10-second recovery, 20-second all-out sprint, and you do 8 of those. So it takes about 4 minutes.
8 rounds.
8 rounds of that.
And isn't it like any exercise at all? I mean, you could do jump squats, or you could do...
Some lend themselves really well.
Okay.
Like if you do certain kind of resistance exercise, you're not actually training all out. It really needs to be like a sprint or an assault bike where you have the arms, where the 4 minutes is so torturous that really you're nervous before you start. You'll dread it, and afterwards it does something. I mean, it really makes a huge energy demand, and I find if I keep my Tabata intervals in, I don't really need to do other cardio, and I'll still perform really well. If I drop the Tabatas, even if I do hours of cardio, I will not be at that level. Like if I try to then do Tabatas, it'll kill me again. So I just never stop doing it because...
I mean, there's some research behind that though, right? Because they talk about sprints, like if you just sprint a couple times a week for very short periods of time. Is it the anaerobic component? Or what is it?
There's 3 different energy systems, how they break it up, and you know, if you don't tap that last one, Zone 2 cardio is really popular now. It's easy, you can watch your Netflix show, and if you want to accumulate volume, it's a great way to do that. If you're not going to spend much time on cardio, you really want to spend it on the high intensity.
So for those who hate cardio, it's like if you just torture yourself enough at a super miserable level, then you can just spend less time doing cardio.
You use the perfect word, torture, because it really is. My wife is doing a lot of intervals right now, and she said, Ron, you know what? I really dread it. But afterwards, it does feel amazing from an accomplishment standpoint, but it's very taxing. It requires a lot of motivation, because for basically 4 minutes, you are really suffering.
Just absolutely miserable. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And a lot of benefits on like the cellular level by doing that, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, there's mitochondrial biogenesis. People actually, they have kind of sloppy measurements of mitochondria, but yeah, that if you were going to rebuild it and increase your mitochondrial mass, I mean, you're not going to do that as much with lower intensity.
Low intensity cardio. Okay, maybe I'll have to try that sometime. I'm a big hiker. Like I live in Utah in the mountains. I just love to get out and enjoy nature, but I guess
it's a lot more fun.
I could do sprints. I could do like hill sprints or something. I don't know.
Have you ever done the assault bike?
No, I don't think I have. I've done Tabatas, but I haven't done the assault bike.
The assault bike is pretty amazing. When you do it, I don't know if you're going to love, hate it, what, but you will agree that it's like nothing else. It's a dreaded
It'll be
piece of
absolutely
equipment.
miserable.
And they're cheap. I think they're like $750 or something.
Okay.
A lot of people have them at home, and truly, you just got to get the right 4 minutes of motivation, and then boom, you're done.
I feel like now I understand why I see assault bikes on sale all the time on like Facebook Marketplace.
You're absolutely
because it's torture. People are trying to get rid of that.
People like you may actually like it, but most people want to sell it on eBay after.
Want to get rid of it. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
How is your wife? You guys have dogs. How are the dogs doing?
Dogs are fantastic. My wife is super happy. We have a really nice home, and she loves gardening and stuff like that. And after we sold Quest, she's pretty much retired. She still does a little bit in the R&D world. She's working on some seasonings now for some products in the future. But
She's still always creating stuff in the kitchen. I feel like she's always creating some cinnamon roll.
She does.
So
Yeah, she'll
very
like
good at that. There's a reason she's Quest creator. For those who don't know, on Instagram, like she's very creative.
She's very creative, and it's crazy. She's like super lean. She year round. She just she makes cinnamon rolls. She'll use mozzarella cheese to give it that stretchiness.
Yeah.
She's very creative. Loves training, but is in the kitchen like a real demon. She really knows what she's doing
all the time. Yeah. And your little puppies, your fur babies. You guys have how many?
We have two. They're we had large dogs.
One,
we did. We lost two actually over many years, and now we have one that's a Chihuahua pit bull, which is we got this dog. My wife said it's interesting. One day she was looking at her back molar. She goes, "Ron, I think she's part pit." I'm like, "She's 17 pounds. She's not pit." We did the DNA testing. It came back pit.
No way.
So it's a very funny. She she looks so cute, but she actually does have somewhere in there some pit bull in there. You'd never know. I mean, if you see her face, you can kind of see it. She's totally shrunk down. She's shrunk down. She's a very miniature little girl, but it's in there. And then the other one we have is another Chihuahua mix. She looks like a lion. She has like a mane and mohawk. It's pretty funny.
Gotta have those little babies.
Yeah, they're great.
And then do you guys have anything fun coming up? Like other than this big launch of your macaroni and cheese, they're at Legendary Foods. Everyone need to go check it out at the booth there. But what else is up?
The big thing, we opened up a manufacturing facility, which at Quest we had like 750,000 square feet of warehousing and manufacturing, and at Legendary we didn't do that. We said let's use co-manufacturing. But after a few years of that, we said nope, we're going to bite the bullet, and we opened up a huge facility, and it's pretty amazing. So that's a lot of people say that doesn't sound too exciting, manufacturing, but basically it's an excuse for working with friends of mine. I mean, if you don't have a financial excuse to get together and do stuff, you don't see them this often. I get to go every day, hang out with my friends, and build weird, crazy things, try to figure out, okay, we've got to make a Pop-Tart, but how do we make a Pop-Tart? Because we can't use flour or sugar. What do you make Pop-Tarts out of? Flour and sugar. You want to make mac and cheese. What's mac and cheese made out of? Carbs. What can we not use? Carbs. So those types of challenges are a lot of fun, especially with a group of people that you've been working with for, at this point, decades.
20 years.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you can tell us about that's coming up, or we have to wait?
No. I mean, one of the things that we're considering, these are things, nothing's done until it's done. So a lot of times in innovation, you're thinking like, this looks pretty good, but the difference between 95% done and done, sometimes you can't bridge that gap. So ramen is one of the other things. There's a lot of people that won't eat ramen because it's basically fat and carb. Our ramen, of course, would be
some of the additives and seasonings in ramen, because I used to battle that with my kids when they were growing up. I was not a fan of ramen because I just don't think it's healthy.
Yeah. It's that's one of the things that in this case would be like a shake, super high protein, and ramen's actually kind of making kind of a resurgence in popularity. You always had college kids eating it.
There's pho on every corner.
There is, yeah. That's another
ramen
thing. Noodles
house or pho. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All that good stuff.
So that's something that we're also working on.
So we can look forward to that.
Yeah. And let's see if I can tell you one other that might come to fruition. There's a lot in the salty snack world that we're working on.
Chips and snacky things?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that don't like sweet, and there's other people that, I'm kind of sweeted out. Now that's why mac and cheese is so interesting. We had a lot of people on contest prep here, and they were like, oh my God, eat something warm, savory and warm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we're leaning into a lot of those types of flavors.
Okay, that's fun stuff. And what about events? Are you going to be at any expos or upcoming events here soon? Or?
I think the next one is the LA Fit, which is January. And And for about 4 years, we didn't do events. We actually, because we were not able to keep up with demand. So we didn't do, like at Legendary, we've done no marketing. Almost none. We did some in the very beginning, then we had to go through a 3.5 year dark phase where we didn't do events. It was very strange.
I know. I think
we've been doing events
is just key.
We've always loved these things, and so it's a lot of fun to be here. And hopefully we can stay ahead of our demand, and we'll keep doing them.
I mean, it's a good problem.
It's a good
keeping
problem.
Up with demand,
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. You're such an honor. You're such a big deal, and I appreciate you stopping in. No, really.
Thanks for thinking I'm a big deal.
You are. You are. Icon in this industry, and
that's
so
very
happy
kind.
to have you here.
Thank you so much. A pleasure.
Pro Tan, the #1 competition tanning products for bodybuilding athletes since 1987. And proud tanning partner of this year's Mr. Olympia. Go with the pros.
Okay, can you do it in 20 seconds? So come on by, give it a try. We put your phone number down, and the winner with the most laps at the end of the day gets a bunch of free stuff, bunch of free race merch, guys. Come on, give it a try.
We're good, we're good.
I ain't got nothing else going on until after that. I'm ready. I believe you gave my mic down. This is me, man. No, because somebody probably told him, go over there and look for the blonde. I swear that's what they said.
Hello, Andre. Welcome.
What's going on? What's going on?
Thanks for coming to chat on Olympia TV here today.
I mean, it was you who asked.
Oh, thank you. And of course, you had to say yes. I mean, you did win a big sledgehammer at my event this year. Did that help?
I mean, guys, Robin's been trying to get me to do that show for like 4 or 5 years.
I have.
And it just wasn't working out with the scheduling. But I really wanted one of those trophies. So I made sure it worked out this year.
So you came and got that damn trophy.
I made sure it
You
worked
got
out this year.
Yeah.
And it's, guys,
Congrats.
it's better, it looks better in person than it does over the internet. And it's heavy.
You know what's funny is people do not believe that it's like as heavy
It's
as
heavy.
it is. Yeah, I think it's like 12 pounds.
All right, so that's a real trophy, I consider. Like, the little plastic ones, I consider them cheesy. Like, what you gave us was a real trophy.
Thank you. Thank you. They're not that cheap. My thing was, as a competitor myself, I don't compete anymore, but I wanted something that people were going to hold on to. So I started hearing people say, and even good friends of mine, like, oh, I threw all my trophies away. Like, you're very successful. You won a lot of competitions. At some point, people stop keeping them around.
But that's
And I
one
was
that
like,
you hold on to.
Thank you.
That was
right?
smarter, but
Okay.
Just like how I had to come back and get Sasquatch too, it's because I wanted the trophy.
That's a badass trophy too. I like theirs.
It's
Yes.
a trophy that I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I want
But-
something unique. So
But you're right about that. That I feel like over time, there's
You
no
can only
reason to
hold
keep
on to
all of
some-
them.
yeah.
But there's certain ones you'll keep, and that's one that.
Thank you. Well, I hope so. I remember, I think that's how he's got one. He's got one in his office at home.
That's what I
And
was
so does
thinking.
Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler has one too.
Oh, yeah. Because it's a good trophy. It really
Yeah.
is.
So I love hearing that. Did you have any trouble traveling with it?
No, what I did was wait, I'm trying. Oh no, I put it in my carry-on.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think like the year George won, he tried to go like right through TSA with it, and they were like, what the heck?
Oh, they definitely stopped my bag. Oh, they definitely stopped
Yeah,
my bag.
they scanned that.
But once they looked at it, they were just like, they just gave me my bag.
Were they not like, why do you have a sledgehammer in
No,
your bag?
once they took it out the bag, you read it, you could tell it's a trophy.
Okay.
They were just like,
Okay, but honestly, I'm still surprised you could take it as a carry-on onto a plane.
it is a weapon.
Not that I want to start a thing.
I mean,
but
it is a weapon. Like, it is a weapon.
you could hurt someone. You could take someone out with that for sure. But
It's really, guys, it's really a sledgehammer. It
yeah,
really is.
yeah. And they do have like cosplay ones available, but I wanted the real
that
thing.
was a real one.
Yeah,
That's not a cosplay one.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, it's heavy. It's heavy.
you could do some curls with it,
Yes.
maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
So that you won this year. That was 2025 Wasatch Warrior in Salt Lake City, the event that I promote. You won there, and you were able to compete in Tokyo.
Oh,
Right? Tell us about Tokyo. I want to hear about the Masters Olympia.
all right, well, before last year, I've never been to Japan, right?
Okay.
I went once, and I've been back 3 times since.
Oh, really? People
Yo,
love it. I always hear that.
I love it there.
Okay. I've never been.
Like, it's a really... If you like New York City, you'll like Tokyo.
Yeah, because it's busy, right? It's not for
It
like
is
a
busy.
country person.
But my thing is this: it's busy, and it's a little bit busier. But how should I say this? You take all the brashness and all the dirtiness of New York out, and then you have Tokyo.
It's
a
so
clean city.
right? Okay, so this blew my mind, and I learned this watching some of my friends at Masters Olympia, that people actually carry their trash and like take it home. They don't throw trash everywhere.
No, it's not because they don't. There are no trash cans in public,
Which
And
blows my mind.
It's. You think the concept is backwards, right? Because you think, well, if there's no trash cans, everyone just throws everything on the floor.
Right.
No, that's not their society. It's an honor society. So we took the trash cans
that
away.
Is so beautiful.
And you're going to bring it home.
Seriously, I love that people respect where they live that much to do that. But I was amazed that people actually do that.
It's your own community. Why are you ruining your own community?
I know we say that, but people do.
I know,
mean,
and when I see people do it, I'm like, these people don't get they're ruining their own community.
I know. I remember I had a friend in high school that like rolled down the window and threw like a McDonald's bag out the window. And even in high school, I about died. And she was like, "What? I don't care." It's so sad. That's so sad.
I do a candy. Wow. So during the pandemic, I lived in Virgin Islands, right?
Oh, wow.
I
Cool.
threw a candy wrapper out the window the first day. My homeboy looked at me and said, "We don't throw anything out the window here." I didn't litter one more time after that.
That is awesome.
And it wasn't even like a big litter. It was like a little ass candy wrapper.
Yeah.
And he was like, for like a Starburst. And
But
he was
if
like,
everyone did that,
and
right?
he looked at me with a dead serious look, like it was a stern look. And like,
Your bro's like, "What are you doing?"
But I got the drift right away. Like, we don't do that here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, got it,
Got
done.
it. Noted.
That's so interesting. Where did you live in the Virgin Islands?
St. Thomas.
I mean, how awesome is that?
It was the dopest 2 years ever because remember everything was locked down here.
I know. A lot of
And-
people went to Mexico too.
Yo, we didn't wear masks. And after the first 2 weeks I was there, they locked the island down because people started coming and giving COVID to us.
Oh, no.
So we
They're
locked
like,
the
keep
island
the
down where
people
you
out.
couldn't come anymore.
Did you get like stuck there then, or?
No, I was living there.
Yeah, but like
so-
if you wanted to leave, could you leave? Or?
Oh yes, because I did leave twice. I did leave and come back twice. But it was cool as hell. But you had to have the right documents to come back in the country.
That's what I mean. Like
to
some
come back
people
in.
couldn't get back in.
And like I had work documents there.
Okay.
So like it was easy for me to come back in. They're like, oh, he works here, so he can come back easy.
Yeah.
But it was like a cool 2 years, and it was so dope.
I mean, not everyone can say that, right? It's a really hard time for some people. But if you're gonna go through that, then hey, go to the Virgin Islands. That's awesome.
Like I'm at the beach every day while I'm watching everybody on IG in the house.
Like miserable with their masks on.
Everyone lived through me vicariously for a year and a half, 2 years.
I bet. Yeah, because I think it was just before that. Like, I competed in Puerto Rico. I think that was one of the first times I was like, come to my show. I remember having that conversation with you. And that was the last time I competed. And then everything shut down because that was 2019.
I was just about to say, Robin, that was 2019.
It was a long time ago. I know. My event, and then because I still had my event in 2020, I never canceled it. Yeah, so Utah was one of the places that was pretty